We're excited for the very first Last Fan Standing. Welcoming first to the virtual save, please give it up for the creator and co-host of Last Fan Standing, Mr. Steve Sellery.
God, it's great to be here, Mike. Thank you. And to everybody playing, thank you for joining us for the first of what we hope will be many virtual opportunities to play along with you for Last Fan Standing. This game show was built for you. It's for fans. It's about fandom. And the first event that we ever did many years ago was at Wizard World in Chicago. And we've been touring all over the place. And enough about that. The real reason we're here is because we've got great content and we've got a great host. So I'm going to introduce my dear friend and host, the Chainsaw Champion from Royal Oak, Michigan. Please welcome Bruce Campbell.
Forget about it. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Steve, how you feeling tonight? You good?
I couldn't be happier. Good to see you. I like the threads you got.
Where you coming from, Steve? Where are you broadcasting from today?
Greenville, South Carolina.
Okay. And how's it going down there? Any hurricanes or forest fires or anything?
No, we haven't any forest fires. Luckily, you know, the weather's been pretty nice, a little hot, but we're bracing for hopefully what will be a storm that just gives us some rain. How are things out west? Where are you?
We're on fire. My entire state behind me here is basically on fire. I ran from it. I'm too tough for the fire, Steve. I'm just too darn tough. So we're doing fine here. Welcome to everybody to Last Fan Standing. By the way, Steve, as you know, this is not your father's game show, is it?
No,
or is it?
No, I hope it's not. No.
Why is it different, Steve? Because maybe we're talking about subjects that people give a crap about?
I think it's because it's about things that matter. It's about what really matters in life. Which is? Well, sci-fi, superheroes, gaming, fantasy, all the things that make up the world of Wizard World.
Good. Well, it's going to be a good test because we always hear, I'm your biggest fan. I know this. I know this. Well, this is where the rubber meets the road. Am I wrong?
You are not.
No. Right. No, I'm wrong. So you're right that you're right that I'm wrong.
I think you're right. Whatever.
Steve, where did this game show come from? Obviously from your fertile mind, but you invited me a long time ago, a few years ago.
I did. We were looking to entertain the soldiers down at Fort Sam Houston in San Antonio at the Fort Sam Houston Theater. And I couldn't have thought of a better person to come in and spend time with those 600 soldiers. We were fortunate to do a show called Quest for the Best. And you thought this would work with your fan base that you've garnered.
I saw we had a great reaction. They were sort of forced attendance, so we had a good crowd. But it proved to me that you could take that same format and just apply it to trivia of motion pictures. For some reason, everybody loves trivia now, especially how the sausage is made and the rumors of this or that or this actor or this character. So let's put it all to bed tonight. We're going to have the last fan's going to be standing, and we're going to crown somebody tonight, Steve. So I'm very excited. I'm coming to you from Oregon, from the southern part of the state, all the way beaming from my office, Steve. All the way from my office.
Well, and I just want to say, even if somebody is at home sitting and they're the last fan standing, we're still going to say last fan standing.
Yes, of course. Semantics don't apply in this case. So what do you think?
Well, I think we should play, and I just want everybody to know that we've got a great show, and do your best, and one of you will be the winner at the end.
Stay sharp. Put the Fritos down. Get your clicker ready. Get your hand on the button. Come on, people. Take your Ritalin, whatever it takes. Come on now. Focus up.
All right,
this
8
is
seconds.
Real. This may be virtual, but it's real.
All right, here we go. Here's our first question, Bruce.
2, 1. In Game of Thrones, Jon Snow loses his virginity to which of these women, Steve? Which of them? Gilly, Melisandre, Ygritte, or Daenerys? And I need to preface this, Steve, right up front. I'm from Michigan. We don't know words like this from Game of Thrones. We know words like Sheboygan and Ishpeming. I can't say these Lord of the Rings names. So please be patient. I will be mispronouncing them all.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and tell you. I'm going to tell you the answer, and most people should know. It's C. Ygritte.
Ygritte.
Yeah,
everyone knows that.
Everybody knows.
Good question.
Yeah.
Here we go. 60% got the right answer.
How about
That's
that?
about right.
We'll do that
But we can
throughout
do
the
better,
night.
folks.
Yeah.
We can do better.
Yep.
Here we go.
All right.
Next question. Norrin Rad is also known as what superhero? What superhero? Silver Surfer, Daredevil, Iron Man, or Wolverine? What do you think, Steve?
I think it's a Silver Surfer.
Really? We'll see. Well, you're kind of a ringer, but let's see.
There you go.
The
All
Silver
right.
Surfer.
Now,
Very good.
I do have the answers in front of me. So,
well, that's all right. We'll pretend that you're right on top of the action.
Thank
Here
you.
we go. The next question. Question 3. Black Mirror is said to have been inspired mostly by what show? Alfred Hitchcock Presents, Tales from the Crypt, Hammer House of Horror, The Twilight Zone. They forgot Ash versus Evil Dead, but we'll kind of look the other way
yeah, we'll get to that
for
later.
this one. What do we got, Steve?
We're going to
what's
say
the answer?
Twilight Zone.
Twilight Zone. Great show from the 60s. Bleak, black and white.
Yeah.
Good
it was
stuff.
A lot of
Sterling.
fun.
Good
A lot of
stuff.
fun.
Yeah. Next question, ladies and gentlemen. Question 4. In The Shining, who shares the Shining ability with Danny Torrance and also drives a Plymouth Fury? Who does both?
Important
Stuart
caveat.
Ullman, Dick Halloran, Vern Tessio, or Randall Flagg? Isn't Randall Flagg like a football player? Are you guys trying to be clever here?
I think Vern Tessio is one of my favorite Stephen King characters, but not from this movie,
Got it.
obviously. So
Okay.
the answer is going to be Dick Halloran.
Dick Halloran.
And
Very
I know-
good.
and
It's
you're a
funny that
big
you
fan-
mentioned The Shining, Steve. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's funny that you bring that up, that there's a question about The Shining. Do you know Stephen King not only helped us get the first Evil Dead recognized because he saw it at a film festival and called it the most ferociously original horror film of the year.
Mhm.
And it set up a force field to protect us. We couldn't get the money for the sequel of Evil Dead. Stephen King hears about it. He's directing a movie for Dino De Laurentiis. He turns to Dino and goes, Dino, you should finance their movie. The first Evil Dead was great. Dino finances our movie. So many thanks to Stephen King, who wrote The Shining. But unfortunately for The Shining, Evil Dead came out on video the same year in the UK. And we're number 1 in 1983 in the UK on VHS. And The Shining was number 8. But let's not get distracted,
Okay.
Steve.
Yeah, let's move along. Yes, let's move along.
Question 5. What does Pablo call Ash? Finally, a good question. What does Pablo call Ash in the television series Ash versus Evil Dead? It's a very specific nickname. Ash Hole. I don't appreciate that, Steve. El Jefe. We'll see about that. Amigo. That's a little too on the nose, folks. Ash with no stash. Ash always has his stash, so I know that one's bogus. What do we got? What's left?
Oh, it's as much as I'd like it to be A, it's going to be B.
El Jefe.
Yes,
I like
yes.
that.
Yes.
That's what my wife calls me around the house.
Hey,
I
now.
appreciate that. Hey, question 6. Panem comes from the phrase meaning food for all, justice and rebellion, bread and circuses. That's still my favorite. Violent manslaughter. Now, we're not talking about a militia trying to kidnap the governor of Michigan, and we're not talking about that.
Whoops.
So, what's our thing here?
It's going to
Steve?
be bread and circuses, your favorite one.
Bread and circuses. What does that mean? Bread and circuses.
I have no idea. You're going to have to ask. We should ask one of the fans, one day.
Okay, we'll get that. We'll put a
Get
pin
that.
in that, Steve.
Okay.
What's next? Question number 7. How many seasons of Buffy the Vampire Slayer were made? As many as Burn Notice, 7 seasons, 10, 8, or 5. Burn Notice was 7. That's a good run. Good run. Buffy had a good run too. I don't think they had 7 though. Let's
That's
see.
where you're wrong, my friend. El Jefe.
Oh, wow. They tied us. By the way, a little trivia for you, Steve. Not
Yeah.
that you've even asked, but since we're doing a trivia game, Burn Notice and Miami Vice are tied for the same amount of episodes, 111 for each shows. Burn Notice ran longer, but shot fewer episodes. Miami Vice was shorter seasons, 5 seasons, but they did a lot of episodes in a season back then.
Okay.
So thanks, Miami Vice. We tied your ass. Okay,
All
let's
right.
carry on, Steve.
Let's.
Where was Samax redeployed after getting too cozy with his commander's wife? We're talking about the Samax TV movie that was made.
Yes.
South Dakota, South Carolina, South Central LA, or South America? Sounds somewhere south.
Somewhere
Steve.
south is a key. It's going to be D, South America.
South America.
Colombia, to be specific.
Colombia, as a matter of
correct.
fact. Thank you.
All
So
right.
don't mess around with your commander's wife, folks.
No, don't
It's
do it.
trivia. Question 9. What was the subtitle of the fourth Friday the 13th film? And by the way, this is when they get interesting, because when you're starting to run out of ideas now. So the final chapter, where I always call BS, A New Beginning. Yeah, right. For your pocketbook, Jason Takes Manhattan, which is they're completely out of ideas when that comes up, or The New Blood, which is very generic. What do you think, Steve?
Well, I know what it is. I want it to be Jason Takes Manhattan, but it's not. It's the final chapter.
I do too.
Yeah. Right.
No, bullshit. I call bullshit. The
Yeah.
final chapter, my ass. You're never going to kill that guy. We almost did Ash versus Jason versus Freddy. We said no because they wouldn't let us. They wouldn't let Ash kill either one of those assholes, jerks.
Let's move along.
Right. Onward. Question number 10. What two sides of Bilbo's family define much of his personality? What two sides of his family? Dale and Brandybuck. This is my favorite because I can't say any of this. Baggins and Brandybuck. Baggins and Took. Brandybuck and Took. How about Shook a Took a Look?
We're going to take a
coulda,
look
shoulda,
on
Steve.
number C. It's going to be letter C.
Baggins and Took.
Baggins and Took.
Man. Done deal. Question number 11. Player rankings. Let's stop for a second.
Yeah, let's go some player rankings.
Michael H has answered 10 out of 17 correctly. He's got 900 freaking points. Devin Pike is second, 844 points. William B, 788 points. Good job. That's not bad.
No,
That's
they're
not
doing.
bad.
Everybody's doing good.
Michael, Devin, William, you're hanging in there. Don't get cocky.
There's still time.
All right,
There's
let's
still
continue.
time.
Exactly. Let's continue now. Next question. We're getting deep into our questions now, Steve. They're getting harder, too. Question 11. Who authored the comic book series that The Walking Dead is based on? It was not me.
Okay.
Shev Silverstein, great writer. Robert Kirkman, Alan Moore, or Joe Hill. I like Joe Hill. That's a good writer's name.
Yeah,
I'm
but
Joe.
it's unfortunately
Joe
it's going to
Hill.
be Robert Kirkman. Robert
Kirkman, a very fine man. I had lunch with him.
Really?
Very, very interesting, bright man who now has a sack of cash sitting in his pocket.
Yes.
Thanks, Steve. Next question. Question 12. What American pilot did Wonder Woman fall in love with when he crash landed on Paradise Island? What's the pilot, Steve? James Rhodes, Steve Trevor, Arthur Curry, or my favorite, Chucky Biggs?
Chucky Biggs.
I'm going with Chucky, Steve.
I'm going with Chucky Biggs. You got to double down on Chucky Biggs, but it's going to be Steve Trevor, unfortunately.
Steve Trevor.
I think she was
whatever.
actually. I think a lot of people don't know this. She really was originally in love with Chucky Biggs, but once she met Steve Trevor, I think he had a better job.
It was all over. Yeah.
Prospects,
Exactly. Yeah, he got paid as a pilot, better fee, better
Yeah,
money.
that's right.
Next question, Steve. Question number 13 is up next. What was Nintendo's first arcade game that was a hit
Okay.
in the U.S.? Not their first, but the first it was.
The first big one. Yeah.
Centipede, Space Invaders, which was a pretty good game. I was okay at that. Pac-Man Blue or Donkey Kong. Didn't really play it. What do you think,
Well,
Steve?
you're
probably
one
a
of the
Centipede
one of the
guy.
few that didn't. You're one of the few that didn't because that was their first hit. So.
But Donkey Kong. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
How nice for them, Steve. How nice
Yeah.
for them to succeed.
Yes.
Excellent. Question number 14 out of what? 17? Is that
Out of
the deal?
17, yes, sir.
Johnny Depp. The Johnny Depp made his film debut in which of these 1984 movies? So Johnny's been around for 35 years now. Children of the Corn, Gremlins, Nightmare on Elm Street, or Firestarter. I think I actually know this one, Steve.
All right, what do you think it is?
Pat myself on the shoulder. I think it's a Nightmare on Elm Street. All young actors started out in that
There you
movie.
go. You are correct,
Did
sir.
I get it?
Yeah.
Oh, yay.
Nailed it.
Told you.
Nailed it.
Question number 15, Steve. What is the name of Norman Osborn's multinational company in Spider-Man? What's the name of it? Oracle. Come on, Steve. Oscorp.
Yeah.
Okay. Oscar Mayer. Steve, I don't think that's it. Owens Corning, which is my favorite. It's great cookware. Very non-stick, very durable.
It would be great if it was Oscar Mayer, but it's Oscorp,
Oscorp.
Yeah.
It's funny that you mentioned Spider-Man, Steve.
Oh.
When I think back on, the good Spider-Mans, the first 3.
Oh.
It occurs to me how critical my roles were in each of those to the success of the series.
Okay.
I'm not just, I'm not a guy who likes to pat himself on the back, Steve. You know me. I'm a humble guy from Oregon that's on fire. That's me. But in the first Spider-Man, he wants to be called the Human Spider. And my character, the ring announcer, a small role, seemingly, he winds up renaming him as the Amazing Spider-Man. This billion-dollar franchise would be called the Human Spider if I was not in the movie, Steve. Just register that for one little second.
On behalf of everybody, I want to thank you for that.
Spider-Man 2. Peter Parker's trying to get into the theater. I'm playing the snooty usher. Another, seemingly meaningless small role, yet Peter Parker wants to get into the play to see Mary Jane in her first Broadway play. Why will I not let him in, Steve?
It's going to ruin
He's
the illusion.
late, and it'll ruin the illusion. Guess what, my friend? I'm the only character that has ever officially defeated Spider-Man.
Wow.
So, okay, mind blown, but we're not done yet. Spider-Man 3, I'm the French maitre d'. Spider-Man comes to me, a mortal, for help in marrying Mary Jane in his proposal. Steve, superheroes don't ask help from mortals. I just look, I'm not a big aficionado on this, but I know it doesn't happen. Okay, it doesn't happen. So landmark, the word I'm using, landmark.
Landmark, yes.
Landmark scene, landmark case. If it ever goes to court, they'll be able to show that
groundbreaking.
I'm the only guy that a human that a superhero has ever come to for help. So we can move on now, Steve. But I had to stop. Okay,
Yes.
I had to do a timeout and point this out.
Thank you.
Let's move on.
Thank you. Okay.
Question number 16. Who does Han Solo shoot in the cantina in Star Wars A New Hope? So we're talking about a different
That's right.
Star Wars. Greedo. Here we go with the names again, Steve. Momo Nadon, Dr. Cornelius Evanson, or Pamba Blaba. That sounds like
the key on this one is who shot first. That's where we get a lot of people getting freaked out. And it's
who got what here? What do you think?
It's going to be Greedo.
Greedo it is. And who did shoot first? 95%. Wow.
95% of the people think that
like
Greedo
Star
did,
Wars
so
trivia out there,
I'm glad that people got that one. All right.
Yes. Okay.
One last question.
Next question, please.
This is it.
Last question. Ever the eccentric, Dumbledore has a scar above his left knee that is supposedly a perfect map of what? Forest of Dean, Buckingham Palace, Godric's Hollow. That makes sense to me, Godric's Hollow. The London Underground Tube. And who wouldn't want that? Because it's very confusing. You could just look on your butt or your left knee.
It'd be great if it was like a tattoo of like Taylor Swift or something, but it's not.
No, what is it?
It's going to be the London Underground.
London Underground.
Or the Tube.
Okay. Yep. Now they can get around. Very good. Steve, what happens now, my friend?
Well, what we're going to do now is our good friend Mike is tallying up the scores, and we are going to say
move to the next
bye, but we're going to say see you next time to about half the field of the 192 participants that started.
1,500 points. Devin Pike, 1396. Richard Hill, 1341. Good job, folks. Good job. How many are going to move on now, Steve?
Yeah, so 100, about half of the field. 100 of the 191 will now go into our next round of questions, and this will be a 10-question round, and each 10-question round will eliminate a certain number of players.
Got it.
So
the trivia game will begin shortly, Steve.
How shortly? 10 seconds now.
In 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's do it. Question 1. The X-Men superhero Wolverine has a skeletal structure made of what? Vibranium, unobtainium, as opposed to obtainium, adamantium, or atium, as opposed to atrium that you would sit and read a book in. What do you suppose it is, Steve?
I think it's going to be C.
Adamantium.
Yeah.
Very good, because unobtainium is too expensive these days.
Yeah, it's
just
tough to get too.
It's not worth the price of extraction.
Yeah.
Very environmentally unfriendly.
Right.
Okay, next one. Question number 2. Which of these is the greatest enemy of Doctor Who? The greatest enemy. Sontaras. Here we go with the names again, Steve. Zygons. Let Zygons be Zygons.
Hey.
The Daleks or Autons. That one, boy, that just roll the dice.
What do you think? Which one do you think it is? Just take a guess.
I think the Daleks.
Well, there you go. C. Yeah.
Nailed it.
Evidently, so did 92%.
Wow. If I didn't get that right, I would be laughed out of my own office. Wow. That's a big, high positive score.
That is. All right.
It's like a high COVID rate right there.
Hey.
Okay. Let's move on. Question 3. What birthday does Harry celebrate in Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone? Not Harry Potter and the Jankworth midget. It's to get your movie right. 13th, 12th, 10th, or 11th? And that actor grew up. We watched him grow into a man.
And his bank account grew with him.
Hell yeah. Dude.
Yeah. All right. So it's going to be E. Do you know?
11th.
Interesting fact about the Harry Potter book series is the J.K. Rowling, who wrote those, I think for a long time, might even still be the wealthiest woman in Great Britain, even wealthier than
she was
the Queen.
Rivaling the Queen.
Yes.
Oh, she's more wealthy than me. Here's what the Queen. This is how the Queen gives.
The Queen was not happy about that. Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Question number 4, Steve. In Bubba Hotep, great question.
Thank you.
Where do JFK and Elvis find the Egyptian hieroglyphics, which are an important key, a clue in the movie? In Elvis's room, JFK's room, on the wall of the bathroom stall, in the equipment shed. I'm going with equipment shed, Steve. That's where mostly in movies you find stuff.
Now you realize you were in this movie. You were in this movie,
right,
and you just got it wrong.
Right.
I'm sorry.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you didn't say shithouse wall. That's why. It's supposed to be written on a shithouse wall.
You sound like one of those leaf and grape guys. Come on, get it together. Let's stick with the game.
80%.
Yeah.
80%. Good. Pretty good. But we're missing 20%, you losers. Come on.
It happens.
Who played Bones McCoy in the 2009 remake of Star Trek? Who played Bones McCoy? Karl Marx, Keith Urban, Urban Meyer, or Carl Urban? Keith Urban, come on. Is he? He's like a country western guy,
western singer.
Urban Meyer, I think, is a coach.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be Karl Marx.
There you go. It is Carl Urban.
Urban, one of our convention buddies. He's been to numerous wizards.
Okay.
Back in the day.
Before this year. Yeah.
Question number 6. With over $13.9 billion in revenue to date, which of these is the most profitable video game of all time? Video game. Here we go.
Of all time.
Fortnite, World of Warcraft, Pac-Man, or Space Invaders?
I'll be surprised if the audience 50% of the people get this correct.
Really? Well, let's do a check afterwards.
It's going to be D, Space Invaders.
Space Invaders. Okay. How many people got that right? Let's check that out.
Only 2%.
Yeah. See. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
That's so. What do you think? That game was too old for these youngsters to have known about?
I don't know. I mean, I think most people. I think because World of Warcraft and Fortnite are so popular, and they were released in a marketing, with more marketing behind it. But I don't know.
Okay.
I don't work for Atari.
There you go. Very good. Let's move on to the next question. Question 7. What is Edward's adoptive mother called in the Twilight series?
Your favorite.
Yes, the Twilight. Okay, here we go. Esme, Elsa, Esther, Emma. It's probably Elsa.
Starts with an E.
I'm going with Elsa. I wouldn't. Starts with an E. We got Esme.
Esme. There you go. Okay.
Okay. Well done. Question number 8.
Probably the best question in the whole show.
What song did a certain somebody, maybe yours truly, perform on the piano as a well-seasoned, your word, Steve, not mine, as a well-seasoned lounge singer in an Old Spice commercial? What song did that person sing? Sugar, Sugar, good song.
Yeah.
Feelings. Oh, I could have killed that.
You're in great voice tonight. Yeah.
I've got you, babe. Bum, 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 bum. I got you. I got you, babe. Or hungry like the wolf. Come on. I want to know who got this right, Steve, because I got a ring waiting for somebody who got it wrong. What is it?
Let's see. It's going to be D.
Yes, hungry like the wolf.
And let's see how many people. Let's see the 61%.
Not bad. Not bad.
You know, I just want to tell you, I
apologize for disparaging you in advance.
Well, I have to say, as much as I'm a fan of a lot of your work or most of your work, and I haven't seen it all, this was the first body of work that I saw was the Old Spice commercials that you were in, and they were genius. They really were, and they still stand up.
They were fun. It started this oddly a $200 million campaign because they didn't want to be your father's stinky Old Spice, and my dad did wear Old Spice, and I wore Old Spice too, Steve, while I was under contract.
Okay, moving right along.
Right along here. Question 9, declared the first U.S. national monument in 1906. Devil's Tower was featured in which of these 1977 films?
Yes.
Demon Seed, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, The Hills Have Eyes, great classic, or Star Wars. I don't think Devil's Tower was in The Hills Have Eyes. They were too busy.
All released in 1977, and it's going to be the Richard Dreyfuss classic, Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Of him making an absurd replica of Devil's Tower out of mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes. A great soundtrack for that film, by the way.
Yes, fantastic. Question 9, Steve. Which of these were working titles for the film Evil Dead? These should be interesting. All of the above, which we haven't heard yet.
We haven't heard yet.
Blood Flood, which okay, 101% dead. These bitches are witches. I don't want to give anything away, Steve, but let's just say we threw a lot of stuff up on the wall to see what would stick.
Yeah, I think we have a little typo here, but the reality is it's going to be all of the above.
It is all of the above.
Let's see how the audience did on that.
Yeah, that's
okay.
Nah. Yeah. Sam Raimi had a dream one night about a blood flood. He was in the desert, and an enormous wall of blood, a tidal wave of blood, came at him, and he couldn't outrun it. So he thought blood flood, because there's a lot of blood in Evil Dead. 101% dead. We thought, you're not just dead, you're really dead. You're like so dead. And these bitches or witches is very inappropriate, of course.
Yeah, it's offensive.
But
it's offensive.
All the women in the movie tended to get possessed first. So we thought, well, maybe
there's something to it.
Witches are bitches. I don't know, one or the other. So yeah, we tried them all. And then our agent came up with Evil Dead, which we thought was the stupidest name we ever heard. And they have it. Let's move on, Steve. The next question.
Actually, what we've done is we're going to say goodbye. We're going to say goodbye.
We did it.
Yeah.
Right. It was only 10. My mistake. So we have Candy first, 705 points. 9 out of those 10 questions. Dallin G got 8 out of 10. And Hazmat, why are you called that? I don't really want to know. Got 7 out of 10. So right. Good job, everybody. And now we now roll into the next.
We're now down to fifth. Yeah, we're now down to the top 50, and we're going to do it. We're going to do 10 questions here, and then we've got a couple more rounds. So we're going to begin, I guess, our next round shortly.
Fantastic. Very shortly. In fact, Steve, more like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Question number 1. Which of these characters is Thor's older brother?
Okay.
Older brother, Steve.
That's important.
Hodor, Loki, and I'm faking these names, Balder, or Tyr, like tyranny. That was Thor's older brother, not the younger. We all know the younger brother.
That's right.
We don't want to hear that. Who's
Enough
the
of
older
that.
brother?
It's going to be D, Tyre. Or
Tyre. Easy
Tyr,
for
Tyre.
you, Steve.
Tyr,
Easy
Tyre.
for you.
Yeah.
Okay, question number 2 out of 10. Who is District 12's only living victor in the Hunger Games? Who's the only living victor? Romulus Thread. Here we go with the name, Steve. Finnick Odair, Effie Trinke, or Hamish Abernathy. If it's Hamish Abernathy, I will think that's very entertaining, Steve. It's just a funny name.
Well, you're about
let's
to be
think of a funny
entertained.
name.
You're about to be
Really?
entertained. Yes, it is.
Hamish. Oh, you Hamish.
Oh, Hamish.
Abernathy is just a funny name. Okay, here we go. Next question. Question 3. Both shot in and around Miami. What else does Burn Notice have in common with Miami Vice? They have the same writing team. Maybe not. Both finished with 111 episodes. I may have given you that answer already. They have the same number of seasons, which is not correct. They were on the same network, which I don't think they were. What do you got, Steve? Smells like B.
I think you've pretty much given everybody the answer.
I did. You're welcome, everyone. You're welcome. That was shows my love to you.
At least 79% of the people were actually listening because they got it right. So that's good.
Thank you, people. Okay, next question. Question number 4. In Stranger Things, how long was Will in the Upside Down?
It's a good question.
How long, Steve? 10 days? 3 days in the Upside Down? 2 weeks. It is the Upside Down after all. It's hard to tell time. Or 7 days.
Well,
how long was Will?
What do you think? Stranger Things.
I'm going 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Upside Down sounds bad.
Yeah,
sounds
it's
like
only 7 days, but it probably felt like a lot longer.
Wow. That's what they say in the Upside Down. You know, one day in the Upside Down is like 2 days.
It's like dog years, you know.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to consider myself having gotten that one correct.
Okay.
Here we go. Question 5. In The Walking Dead, where are Andrea and Amy's parents living? We don't care about Andrea and Amy. Where are their parents living?
That's
South
right.
Carolina next to Steve, Florida, Georgia, or North Carolina, where Evil Dead 2 was filmed.
Well, what do you think?
What do you suppose, Steve? I'm going with Florida because everyone seems to want to go to Florida.
Yeah, it's Florida is the answer, you know.
Is it? Oh, my God. I got that right.
Yeah, nice guess.
I didn't know that. Okay, here we go. Next question. Question 6. Who is the primary leader of the superheroine group Birds of Prey? We're looking for the primary leader. Oracle? What's with the Oracle keeps popping up? Huntress, Gypsy, or Medea? Let's go. Huntress sounds very that sounds like very.
Yeah, but I love those Medea films. I'm a fan of the Medea films, I have to say.
What do you got?
Well, it's going to be Oracle.
Oracle, what the hell? Okay, fine. Oracle it is. Next
right.
question, Steve. Question number 7. Which of these aliens first visited Earth in 1951 as an ambassador of peace? Ironically, his name is part of a phrase in an Evil Dead film.
Right.
So which of these aliens? Alf, TV show, Groot, come on, Klaatu, you're getting warm, or E.T.?
That's hard not to like E.T. It's hard not to like E.T. and Alf and Groot, but I think you know the answer, my friend.
Klaatu, as in Klaatu Barada Nikto, which Ash can't remember those simple words in order to save civilization. 93%. Very good.
Big winner.
Good
there.
work. Very good.
All right.
Okay, Steve, let's move on to question number 8. Kenny Baker plays Fidget in which Terry Gilliam film? He plays Fidget, the late great Kenny Baker, I believe. Labyrinth, Time Bandits, Willow, or The Never Ending Story. I think he was the dog in Never Ending Story. That big dog that the kid rides on.
Yeah, I remember. These are
Did he
four
have like a big dog helmet.
These are four classic films, and it's. What do you think the answer is?
The dog helmet one, Never Ending.
You think Never Ending Story? Well, it's Time Bandits, but
okay.
It could have been. It could have been any of them for that matter.
Any of them, really, because they all have. They needed little persons to help out. Next question. Question 9. Right. This series of books, 6 in total, established Clive Barker as the future of horror, according to Stephen King. Okay. Which series of books? Cabal, The Scarlet Gospels, Books of Blood. That sounds pretty threatening right there, man. Or Abarat.
What do you think?
Let's go with Abarat.
You going Abarat?
I think it's Abarat because it's a bait and switch.
Yeah, okay.
It's not the obvious, Steve.
All right. Well, it's not that. It's Books of Blood.
Books of Blood. See? Now, did I not point out that I thought that was kind of creepy? At least it triggered.
You did.
Okay.
You did.
I'm right on top of it, Steve. Here we go.
All right. Last question in this round.
Yep. Who was Babylon 5's original telepath? Not the sequels and the remakes.
Right. Original.
Leah Winters, Lyta Alexander, Bester, or Dallin? Who played the original telepath?
Going to be.
If you were any kind of a telepath, Steve, you would know already what the answer is.
Well, I have the answer right here. It's going to be B.
B.
So I did my telepathy. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I did my telepathy earlier.
Very good. Okay. First winner, Michael H., 697 points. Devin Pike is second. Heather is third. We're seeing some familiar names staying on the leaderboard, Steve. We might have some real sharp characters here. Michael H. seems to be a
He's
survivor.
doing pretty good, doesn't he?
Yeah. Don't get cocky, Michael H. I've seen greater fall.
You know, we've had some games where people
comes before a fall.
Pride does, but you know, we've had some games, as you know, over the last 5 years where we thought somebody was going to prevail, and then we had somebody.
We've had dramatic comebacks, Steve. Heart aching, heart wrenching.
I know. Yeah.
Thrilling.
Yes.
Okay, the trivia show will begin shortly, Steve, and this is round 3.
Round 3, yes, sir.
Fewer players.
3 out of 4 rounds, so we have one more round after.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The first question: where did Twilight's Bella and Edward spend their honeymoon? Where? Not why. We know why.
I know.
But where? The Italian coast. Boring. First beach, whatever the hell that is. Isla Esme. The Isle of Esme. Okay. Let's go with that. Or Jacksonville. I live in Jacksonville, Steve. It's not going to be Jacksonville.
I think it's a different Jacksonville, my friend. But
really?
Yeah.
Sure? I thought there was only one Jacksonville.
Well, there really is. It's going to be C.
Italian coast. Okay, well, at least it's a fancy.
What do you have against the Italian coast?
It's too on the nose, Steve. For honeymoons, it's too on the nose.
It's too perfect.
Here we go. Question number 2 out of 10.
All right.
What did Kaia give Willow before he left on his quest?
Oh.
What did Kaia, a braid of her hair, a sword, black root, like some good ganja, or special brownies? There's your special brownies.
There's your ganja for you.
I'm going with the brownies, Steve.
Well, I think the question is what
special. There's special brownies.
Yeah, it's not the question what you would like her to have given you. It's what did she give Willow?
Oh, I don't know. Tell us.
Yeah, it's going to be a braid of her hair.
Braid of her hair. Oh, how romantic. Here is a lock of my hair. Please remember me always in your movie that's too long.
Oh, come on. It's a great movie.
Here we go. Okay, fine. You know why I'm a little upset with Peter Jackson? I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie to you, Steve. I'm an honest guy.
Let me know.
I'm making the TV show Jack of All Trades in New Zealand, right? same time, he's making Lord of the Rings. Excuse me, Lord of the Rings.
Whoa.
And I need one horse, Steve. I need one horse, one black horse for the hero, Jack Styles, to ride in the show. Is that asking too much, Steve, from a guy in South Carolina where you probably got horses up the buttocks?
Tons of, there's one in my room right here, actually. So
out in the paddocks?
Yes.
So no, because Peter Jackson has purchased every black horse in the North Island of New Zealand, the South Island, in Australia, Papua New Guinea. That son of a bitch. I had one horse to pick from. His name was Widowmaker. Okay. This was a swayback nag. Thanks, Peter. So I've never seen your movies, and I'm still a little pissed off. Here we go, Steve.
Okay.
Next question. Who is Mace Windu's Padawan? Think about that. Put that in your shorts and smoke it.
I know.
Oh, here we go. Bilaba, Askoka Tano, Dooku, or Ben Solo. Okay, writers of sci-fi movies, listen up. Stop with the stupid names. A guy could be called Carl Jenkins from Mars. It's not that big of a deal, right, Steve? Am I so wrong?
No, you're not.
No. Akakokso. You know, it's probably the answer. What is the answer?
It's A, Bilbo.
Bilbo.
Yeah.
I feel like my tongue's falling out of my head when I say that. Here we go. Question number 4, Steve. The supervillain Kingpin is the arch enemy of which superhero? What is it, Steve? What do you suppose? Daredevil.
Yeah.
Green Goblin.
Yeah.
Iron Fist. Arana, supervillain of Kingpin. Oh, the supervillain Kingpin. Okay.
So Kingpin
You got me, Steve.
Okay. Well, it's going to be Daredevil.
Is it? Daredevil.
Yes.
They didn't do many of those Daredevils, did they, Ben Affleck?
I don't think so.
No, I think it was one and done.
Yeah, that probably went as well as Jersey Girl did for him.
Easy now.
Okay.
Don't do a movie, by the way, if it's called Giggly.
Or Gigi or whatever it was called.
If you can't pronounce the name, I'm not going to go to it. Ben.
Okay.
Giggly Affleck. Question number 4, the supervillain. Oh, no, we're on to the next question. Sorry. Question 5. Which of these 1987 slasher movies, they used to be called slasher movies, features the sexual deviant and derelict Frank as the lead character? This sounds despicable.
Very, very.
Evil Dead 2. I resent that. I resemble that remark, Steve. Near Dark, Hellraiser, Creepshow 2. I'm smelling Near Dark. Bill Paxton, the great late Bill Paxton, was in Near Dark. I don't think it wasn't Evil Dead 2, Steve. I can tell you that.
Okay.
I'm going with Creepshow 2.
Oh, so close, but yet you're so wrong.
Oh, Hellraiser.
Now
That was a good series.
Evil Dead 2,
Wow.
though. I mean, what year did you do Evil Dead 2? Do you remember?
87. No, 80. Yeah, we shot it in 86. Came out in
86,
87. Sure. Here we go. Next question. Question number 6 of 10. This famous horror actor appeared off screen in Michael Jackson's Thriller video. We hear his voice.
You do.
Anthony Perkins, Lon Chaney, Vincent Price, or the great Kane Hodder. Now we know Kane. I know his voice. I don't think it was Kane. Lon Chaney, half of his movies were silent. So how are we going to hear that, Steve?
Yeah.
I mean, just do the math, right?
Okay.
The technology wasn't there
So
yet.
you're-
So
so
we're
you
down to
basically-
Vincent Price and Anthony Perkins, who I don't know.
So you
Vincent-
believe in the law of
I'm
deduction.
following it.
You're gonna try and.
Yeah, I'm going Vincent. I'm going Vincent all the way. 'Cause I
You're
think
right.
I'm correct.
You are right.
He did the laugh at the very end. It's a very creepy,
Yeah.
very throaty laugh. At the
That's
end.
right. That's right.
Very memorable. Here we go. Question number 7. Shane Walsh's daughter is named
Something.
what? Beth Green, Judith Grimes, Maggie Green, or Sophia Pelletier?
Ah,
I'm going with D, just because it's got the
just because
ridiculous
you like the
name.
French pronunciation. Well,
I like the French. Sophia Pelletier. I'm
Sorry.
French. Why don't you?
now it's going to be
What is
B.
it?
B. Judith Grimes.
Judith Grimes. Okay.
Well, hey, you wanted less complicated names. I mean,
You're right. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate that. Judith Grimes. I can handle that. Okay. Next question is question number 8. What were the names of Bruce Wayne's parents?
Okay.
I thought it was like Judy and Ken. Thomas and Martha, Bob and Helen, Mary and John. That's pretty standard, Mary and John, old-timey.
Yep,
Jonathan
biblical.
and Martha. Mary and John. I'm going with Mary John.
You're going the biblical. Okay. All right.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's just standard.
It's not. It's going to be Thomas and
Bob,
Martha.
Thomas and Martha. That's very traditional.
Yeah, very traditional. How do we do? Let's see how the audience did on that one. It's kind of wow.
Pretty high. That's pretty damn high.
I'm surprised it's that high.
Okay.
They're getting high.
Now let's move on to question number 9. Speaking of high, Steve.
Yes.
What was Sam Axe's alias? The name he used when he was on missions.
Okay.
It's a great reservation name, by the way. Chuck Finley, Sebastian Haff, Charles Finkerton, or Slammin' Sam. All viable.
All viable.
But Charles Finkerton, that sounds bogus to me. I can't back Charles Finkerton. It should be like Pinkerton.
Well, you played him, so who do you think it is, my friend?
I'm going Chuck Finley all the way because Chuck Finley, Steve, is forever.
Yes, he is.
Chuck Finley. Reservation for Finley, party of 3. Bitter, party of 1. Last question in this round, Steve. Question number 10.
Yes.
This anthropomorphic animal superhero is an accomplished starship aviator and bounty hunter.
Yes.
His alphanumeric designation is 89P13. What name does he go by, and why was this question so long? Let's see. Ricky Tikki Tavi, Wal Russ, maybe he works at Walmart.
Maybe.
Bullwinkle,
yep.
Or Rocket Raccoon. Is that like Rocky Raccoon? Is that formal for Rocky Raccoon?
Well, that's the
anthropomorphic.
Correct answer is Rocket Raccoon, and he probably
really?
went, after you got to know him, he let you call him Rocky, probably
100%.
All right.
I couldn't have picked that question out of a police lineup.
I know.
Good gravy.
As long
okay,
as
so we're talking winners now, right?
Now what we're going to do is we are going to, in just a minute, have the top.
Hey, Hazmat came up. I remember talking about Hazmat. Yeah, before. Hazmat's up at 800 points. Noah killing it number 2 in Miles. Sorry, Steve.
So in just a minute, we're going to have our friends at Wizard are going to push some buttons, and they're going to bring in the top 10 players from the game to then play our final round to see who our last fan standing is. And the best part about this is that they get to meet you, and maybe we'll find out some fun things about these folks.
They're popping up, Steve. They're going to be. This is going to be like the Brady Bunch.
It's going to go crazy.
Hollywood Squares. I like it. And now they can talk, right? So they can, we can like interact, I think, with these fine people. And they deserve it, Steve, because no one can say that they've wasted their life sitting in front of a television for hours and hours and hours. No one can say that they've wasted their life, Steve.
No, they have. Hey, they might be the last fan standing. So I think there's a couple of them are coming in now.
And they can unmute themselves too if they happen to hear this.
I think we have to give permission.
Oh, okay. Hello, Miles. Welcome in, Miles.
Hey, big fan.
Where are you from, Miles?
I'm at Jacksonville, Florida.
That's miles away from me. Jacksonville. Okay, now we got somebody else coming. So they're starting to load in. Looks like Michael Hennigan has joined the crowd, who can unmute themselves if they like, if they know that they're muted. Gabriella Mihn, M-I-H-N. I hope I'm not butchering that.
Close.
Gabrielle can. How do you pronounce it? Mim?
Mim. Yep.
Mim.
German.
Okay. I will never screw that up again, ever. I swear to you. And where are you from, Gabriella?
Peoria, Illinois.
Peoria, Illinois. Fantastic. Dallin Garner has joined in. You can unmute yourself. Anybody? And sir, what is your name? Let's see. You're right in the middle there. You came. Oh, Michael. That's Michael. Okay.
Yeah.
Welcome
Sorry,
in.
I'm late.
We're gonna fix it.
You're okay. You will not be punished this time.
When I'm doing
Okay.
And where are you from, Michael?
Cleveland, Ohio.
Cleveland, Ohio. Fantastic. Good old Cleveland.
The land.
Joe has come online. We're going to have a total of 10, right?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is Joe coming in. Got about 3 more dropping in here, and then we're going to see who knows what. Now, Ethan. Hello, Ethan.
Hey, Bruce.
Why do you know trivia, Ethan? Why have you gotten this far?
Well, I think I met you when I was 13 at first, and I just learned through osmosis.
Wow, you're getting old, man. I hate to break this.
It's my birthday today, so yes.
Oh, well, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, sir.
Thank you.
What a fine. Maybe you'll win the special prize. Miles, Miles, that Joker. It's always your birthday, isn't it, Miles? Now you can everyone can unmute themselves, I think, can't they? I think we're allowing them to.
I think our friends at Wizard are going to control that. What happened to Michael? Michael Hennigan is there.
Yeah, hey.
Hey, Michael. Where are you from?
I just told Shemp Malone, Bruce Campbell, Cleveland, Ohio.
God, I didn't hear. You're the only one I didn't hear. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. I was late to the thing. I'm
Dallin.
Dummy.
Dallin Garner, where are you from, Dallin? You got to unmute yourself.
I think that they'll unmute him.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. I'm come from Plano, Texas.
Oh, okay.
Plano. Fantastic. Is that the Panhandle, Plano, or no?
No, a little bit farther.
He's up in Denton. Are you in Denton? What are you in Denton County?
Close to Denton.
Oh, okay.
Got it. It's a big state.
Yeah,
a lot going on.
It is.
Drake, where are you from?
I'm from Ponca City, Oklahoma.
Okay. Oklahoma. Oklahoma City? Oklahoma?
Ponca City.
Nice town. Fantastic. Okay, now we have a new arrival. We have a dynamic duo who's logged in here. Let's see who these folks are. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Welcome in.
We're Joe and D, Michigan.
Joe and D. Where are you from, Joe and D?
Kalamazoo, Michigan.
Kalamazoo. I went to college in Kalamazoo at Western.
Yeah.
They called it Western back then.
Yes, it still is.
I wonder why. Oh, really? I only stayed there for 6 months, and then I had to bail and join I was called to join the world of entertainment. I ran away from college, so I'm a dropout from Kalamazoo.
Hey, Bruce, this is the first. I think this is the first time we've ever had a couple playing the game in bed while we're here. So hopefully, Joe and his better half there will behave.
We'll try.
Look, Steve, it's whatever makes you comfortable. That's the beauty of this format. That we don't all have to travel to some faraway state. We can just click a button from our living room or our kitchen or our den or our bed, wherever we are, or with a fan above our head and a bright light. But yeah, we can just go right there.
I'm wondering where's Hazmat.
All right, we're still loading, right? We have a Matthew Biller who's joined in. Justin Taylor, hello.
Hi there.
Justin, where are you from?
From Taylor, Michigan.
Taylor, Michigan. That's crazy talk, man. That's what they call downriver.
Yeah.
How's Taylor doing these days? Killing it as always?
As always. Rolling along.
What are you doing, Taylor? What do you do?
I work for Amazon.
Really? So it's probably good that you work from home?
No, I work at a facility.
Oh, got it.
Okay.
Hot diggity. Matthew, where are you from? Hello, Matthew Biller.
Hey, Bruce Campbell. I am from the city of Azusa, otherwise known as the Southern California city that's always on fire.
Well, I'm in Oregon. We got you beat this year, I think. It's California. We're neck and neck. Like, how many acres can we burn? Well, welcome to the show. And I think we have another gentleman with a cosmic background.
Yeah.
That we can welcome in here. He can unmute himself.
Just
Joseph,
going for the
Joseph.
Hey, Bruce.
You know what? It's a great look. Where are you from, Joseph?
Belgrade, Montana.
Oh, now Montana. Okay, another enormous state. Are you a flatlander or are you in the mountains?
I'm in the mountains now, right by Yellowstone.
Oh, wow. Crazy. I met a guy whose hobby was to know where the boundaries of Yellowstone was so that he could kill grizzly bears as they came out of Yellowstone Park. He was
Well,
a real
there's plenty of
sweetheart. Sweetheart of a guy. So, well, welcome from Montana. We have Rebecca McComb, it looks like, is logging in here now. And then how many we got? 1, 2, 3.
I think we got everyone. There's a chance
7,
there might be an extra
9,
one in
10.
there. But I think,
Hello?
Yeah, Rebecca might be extra, but
Hello?
Hello. Who's saying hello?
Rebecca.
Oh, hi, Rebecca. Hello. We can't see your fine face, but I'm sure that'll get rectified.
And who went by the name Hazmat?
There's Rebecca. Hello there. How are you?
I'm good. I'm a big fan.
Where are you from?
I'm from Chicago.
Chicago, a very fine city.
Right.
Well, we seem pretty well represented. Are we able to begin, Mr. Sellery?
Yes, Bruce. We've got our final 10 contestants, and they will be the only ones moving on to the final round and be able to play the game. So we are all set whenever you're ready.
All right. So
we're going to have, we got 10 questions. How are we determining who they're voting? So with the electronic system will keep track of them as always,
right.
I assume.
And we have, and just so everybody knows, and everybody's score is going to be reset to 0. So there's no carryover of scores. So it's an even playing field. There'll be 10 questions, and one of you in a moment will be the last fan standing. So good luck to everybody. And the game will begin shortly. 10.
10 seconds. Here we go. Gird your loins, everybody. 4, 3, 2, 1. The first question is, Barry Allen was the alter ego of which DC comic superhero? DC Comics, Shazam, Booster Gold, Black Lightning, or The Flash? Steve, what's your take?
Well, I think it's The Flash.
Yeah, I'm going with Booster Gold because it just sounds interesting. The Flash it is. How'd we do there, audience?
Let's see those scores. 100%.
Hands up for who got it right. We'll see about that. We can track you, so you don't even have to, if you lie. 100%. Wow. These guys, this is the reason why they're here, Steve. This is the best of the best. Here we go. Next question. Question number 2. Which character was adopted by the Vulcan ambassador Sarek, if I pronounced that correctly? Michael Birnbaum, Spock, Cybok, or Sylvia Tilly? I like the name Tilly, Steve, so I'm going with D.
Yeah, I would go with D too, but it's not D. It's going to be Michael Burnham.
No. Michael Burnham.
And let's see here. I don't think Matthew doesn't seem happy with that. But
so that maybe that was a tough question, Steve. Maybe for once you came up with that.
Raise your hand if you got that right. Ethan, good job, Ethan. Okay.
Ethan, well done. Okay, question number 3. What kind of broom does Malfoy give to all the Slytherin players to bribe them to let him play Seeker? What kind of broom, folks? A firebolt broom, a Nimbus broom, Airwave Gold broom. That sounds like a Dyson product.
Yeah.
Or a blue bottle broom. I'm going, Steve, I'm doing Airwave Gold.
You're going Airwave Gold? I would say
sounds expensive.
It's not that, but it's Nimbus.
Oh, crap. Okay, who can tell us why a Nimbus broom? Somebody raise your hand. Tell me why a Nimbus broom. Yes, Miles. If you can unmute yourself, that is. Go ahead.
Yeah, because in the previous book, Harry gets a Nimbus 2000, and in the next one, Malfoy gets the Nimbus 2001. So it's one faster.
Right.
Thank you for clarifying that.
Keeping up. You got to keep up with the Joneses on these brooms.
Question. I'll tell you, man. These people are way ahead of me. Question number 4. What is the motto of House Lannister in Game of Thrones? What is the motto? These are always great. Growing strong, hear me roar. Isn't that a pop song? Hear me roar.
Sure.
Ours is the fury and family duty honor. I'm going with family duty honor. It sounds like a mafia.
Yeah, I like that too, but it's unfortunately the answer is going to be B.
Hear me roar. It's not a Helen Reddy song? Okay.
I don't think it is, but maybe.
Middling success there. See, they all thought it was a Helen Reddy song too,
Right.
Steve.
Yeah,
So,
they did.
You know,
Okay.
There's room for improvement for everybody, Steve. Okay.
There is always room.
Question number 5, always. Question number 5. Set in the Black Hills near Burkittsville, this story chronicles the attempt to make a documentary about a fabled witch. Which movie? Blair Witch Project, Antrim, Grave Encounters, clever name, or The Ritual, Steve.
Yeah, this is too easy of a question.
It's too easy of a question.
Easy question.
Even I got it. And I've never seen the movie, Steve, and it's my favorite movie. Why is that?
You love that movie.
I love that movie, and I've never seen it. It's because of what they were able to pull off as low-budget filmmakers. They took what was reportedly $60,000 or whatever and made this movie and timed it with the internet and got people thinking that something was real. It was the first of the found footage. So clever, and they made so much money, and then the sequel sucked ass. So, hey, there you go.
Hey, there you
It's
go.
the story of filmmakers' lives.
100%, guys. Let's see the rankings out here. Let's see here.
Dylan G is in front here. Ethan 26, number 2, and Michael H.
And it's only a few
number
points.
3.
If you look at it, I mean, it's only it's like 14, 13 points or I can't read. My eyes aren't that good, but
all right, here we go.
I can't add.
Moving on now to the next important question. Number 6, who is Captain America's arch nemesis?
All right.
Captain America. Sabretooth, Red Skull, Deacon Frost, or Mephisto? Steve, I'm going with Mephisto because he sounds like he's...
It's not that.
Like
it's
scary. Like I'm Mephisto.
Red Skull.
No.
Yeah.
Red Skull. Jeez. I didn't want to say it. 100%.
100%.
I'm embarrassed, Steve. Because they all knew it.
That means the question's too easy.
Yeah. Well, that's why they're there, and I'm here. Here we go. Next question.
Fair enough.
Question number 7. Who kills Boromir in the Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring? Who kills Boromir? I want to know. The Balrog, Lurtz, Azog, or the Goblin King? Remember what I said, science fiction writers. Stop using stupid names. Nobody cares. Here we go. Steve,
Here we go.
What is it?
It's going to be B.
I'm going with Lurtz. Lurtz. All right, yeah. Nailed it, Steve.
Way to go.
That's my ring I got from the Blackbird hardware store. They actually had a jewelry section in a hardware store, so I was too intrigued. You know what this is? We have a lot of guys who didn't graduate from anything, high school or whatever in my area.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what it is, it's kind of a mood ring. But if you keep it moving, you can go, yeah, it's my class ring. Yeah, I graduated in high school. And as long as you keep it moving, they can't really tell. It's like this blue shiny thing. So I can tell people that I graduated from college, my college ring.
There you go.
Anyway, let's carry on, Steve.
Yes. Next
question. Question 8. Which of these video games has surpassed 1 billion players? Crazy. RuneScape, Minecraft, Crossfire, Fortnite.
What do you think it is, Bruce? What do you think?
Call of Duty. Call of Duty, Steve.
That would be
it's
my
not
pick
on the
too.
list.
Well, that's an oversight.
Even I was on Call of Duty. It's probably, something
It's
like
going to be
RuneScape,
C,
something.
Crossfire.
Crossfire. Is that a military game? What kind of a game is that?
It's a game that Matthew's really pissed about, evidently, because he didn't know. He has no idea, apparently. So, and nobody got that right. So,
all right, let's move
there you
on
go.
to the next question. Wow, yeah, 0 answers. Jeez Louise. Okay. Question number 9. What character preys upon the children of Derry, Maine, approximately every 27 years? What character? Randall Flagg, who sounds like a football player.
Yeah.
Pennywise, who wasn't Pennywise anyway. Gage Creed, it sounds like a band. The Dr. No, D. Rose the Hat.
Rose the Hat.
Yeah. I'm
Well-
going with Rose the Hat because it's not going to happen.
Yeah, I think this is like my wife's biggest nightmare is this movie. So,
got it.
If you don't like clowns, this is not your movie. It's Pennywise.
Pennywise. Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
How do we
The
do there?
great Stephen
100%.
King strikes again.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right.
That was huge.
Hey, this is
Okay,
our
our last question.
Let's go to the.
of
Let's
this
look at the
round.
lead. Let's get a full leaderboard though, and let's see. Dallin G is in the lead. Got a pretty commanding lead there, but I just want to say that I think Joseph has the best background of anybody.
Oh, for sure. I think we've established that.
Okay. Just
and we'll vote for best man room because I see a Captain America shield there in Dallin's room. So I think he's got a man cave. Is
I think
that
Michael
right,
has the
Dallin, or is
best.
that your-
Michael probably has the best
little bit-
circulation of anybody playing with the fan going.
Michael has excellent illumination and circulation.
Yes,
Miles could be on Mars. We don't know where Miles is. Gabriella, it looks officey, sort of den-like. Steve is in the wine cellar. Drake, it looks kind of kitcheny. You can warm up your tea while you're in there. Ethan, you're with Miles on Mars. We don't know where you are right now. Dallin, we have a clue. Joe and company, we know you're resting in bed, and that's perfect. Michael, I'm guessing a family room or kitchen. Justin and Taylor, I'm thinking kind of like that looks bedroomy. And Matthew, I'm going, what's with the those your ties? Good gravy. You're
Those are
just
his.
a
I think
spow.
he's done some marathons and half marathons, and those are all his medals that he.
They're mostly my wife. I did run a few, but a lot of them are like really genre races, like Star Wars and Captain America and things like that. But
Wow. And you compete in costume? You don't run in costume, do you?
no one can
No.
run in
Okay.
Well, some people
10K,
can.
5K you can. Other than that, no.
No.
Whoa! We don't
Got
want
it.
to start a domestic disturbance here.
Right. And then Joseph, obviously, we like your background. So good. We've done it. And Rebecca is hiding, but that's fine.
That's fine.
So what do we do now, Steve?
We got one
We have
last
another
question.
round?
Question number 10. This is it for the title.
Oh, this is for all the marbles.
This is for it. Last question of the night.
Fantastic. All right. What do you got, Steve? Question 10. What is the name of Morpheus' ship in the Matrix? What is the name of that ship? Devil Dog, Polaris, Neo's Hope, or the Nebuchadnezzar? I'm going Nebuchadnezzar because it's sort of like biblical. Like it's so old. The Matrix is so old. We're going to do Nebuchadnezzar.
Well,
Watch, it's probably
it
called
makes me happy to
Death
see
Devil.
my good friend and host getting the last question right. It is D.
Nailed it.
Nebuchadnezzar.
My ring
There
gave
you
you
go.
the power to get it right. My ring from Black.
Well done, sir.
Thank you. So, everyone got that one. I guess that was no big shocker there. So, are the judges tallying right now, Steve?
Well, I already know who our winner is, and we're going to, at this time, Bruce, we're going to say goodbye to 9 of our players.
Okay.
So we can thank Gabrielle and Michael and Justin and Ethan and Matthew and Joseph and Drake
Oh, you
and
guys,
Miles.
Michael, Matthew, Rosie.
Just a minute.
Oh, you fine people, Miles, down. Good people.
Saying goodbye to everybody.
Good,
Hope to see you again.
talented people. Ethan and Justin, I'll tell you guys, Matthew, you guys are just, and even the dog's playing now with Matthew. So, but they're going to disappear one at a time. I don't know who is going to stay. Steve might know.
I do.
Miles
but that's
and
okay.
his partner are wondering. as
Joseph
well.
also has maybe the best hair of the evening, but other than that, you did a good job.
Best hair?
Yeah,
Oh,
Joseph's hair.
sure.
I mean, he looks like he should be on
Sure
an
with
album
that.
cover with that look there.
Yeah, very late 70s.
Yes.
Kind of 77, 78, kind of. Perfect. And they're disappearing, Steve.
Yep.
One by one, they're disappearing.
Bye,
I think
Michael.
I know who's gonna be
Sign off.
around.
Turn that fan off so you don't get a cold. And Miles, we're
Thank
going to
you.
say goodbye to you and your lovely friend.
Oh, geez.
Thank you.
Good run. Good run, you guys.
And I think it's time to show the leaderboard, the final board,
Okay.
and the music that we love to hear.
Yeah, hear the music. Dallin Garner, let's unmute him so we can hear his victory
Hi.
speech. Dallin, congratulations. you are the last fan standing. You beat.
Thank you guys.
200 tonight. You beat 200 of these spells tonight. Now, Steve, what do we at Wizard World? What is this fine man, this intelligent man, this sharp, insightful man? What does he win?
You're going to win something, and we're going to. Bruce and I are going to be together at the end of the week, and we'll get it autographed and sent out to you. But we're proud to be bestowing upon you something that you can't buy in any store. You have now earned the degree of Doctor of Useless Knowledge.
Yeah. My life goals have been achieved. What I've spent all these hours on.
You got the man room for it.
That's right.
You can put your
got all sorts of stuff
right there.
Man.
Oh, got a space for that. Are you kidding me?
Oh yeah, I'll find a very special space right in the middle of everything. That's right.
Yeah, where the swords get smaller. Just fill that
It's suitable for framing. It's suitable.
Oh,
It's
it's
totally
getting a frame. Yeah.
Steve will sign it for significance and for authenticity.
Yes.
And I'll sign it so that it'll be worth at least $10 on the open market.
That's right. That's right.
Thank you for playing, Dallin, and
guys.
maybe we'll keep track of who the winners are as we continue this, and maybe invite you back and have some different playoffs. You never know, guys.
Contest of Champions.
How this
like it.
That's
how
right.
this will go down. Yes, Contest of Champions. Exactly. So thank you, Dylan. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We will contact you. Do not contact us.
I wouldn't know how. So
No, all good. But thanks for playing, and
Thank you.
have a fine remainder of your evening.
That's right.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's it for Last Fan Standing. Steve Sellery, thank you.
Thank
and
you.
thank you for Robbie Roberts being our technical director, the unsung hero behind all this. Thank you for Wizard for giving this a shot. We're all kind of working this out as we sort through these interesting times that we're going through. We're glad that you could participate even from other states.
Right.
And you don't have to get in a car to go to an actual Wizard. So we hope to come back and do more of these. And I'll be talking to some of you folks later in the week. Steve, thank you very much.
Thank you, Bruce.
And everyone, thank you. And I think I'm going to sign off now by saying adieu.
Good night. Thank you.
Or adieu.
Hi, this is Aaron Ashmore, and you are watching Fandom Spotlight. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe like now. Oh, and have fun and follow your fandom.